Few vegetables are as instantly recognizable or as quietly essential to global cuisine as the carrot. That familiar tapered orange root shows up everywhere, shredded into salads, roasted alongside a Sunday dinner, juiced for breakfast, simmered into soups, or eaten raw straight out of the fridge as an afternoon snack. Its natural sweetness, satisfying crunch, and vibrant color make it one of the most versatile vegetables in the kitchen, equally at home in a French mirepoix, an Indian halwa, a Moroccan tagine, or a simple lunchbox alongside hummus. But the carrot most people picture, that bright orange root, is really just one chapter in a much longer and more colorful story. Carrots weren't always orange. They weren't even always grown primarily for their roots. Behind this humble vegetable lies centuries of agricultural history, a surprising amount of genetics and plant breeding, deep cultural roots, pun intended, across continents, and a nutritional profile that has made it a symbol of healthy eating for generations. In this article, we'll dig into the full story of the carrot, where it came from, how it became the vegetable we know today, what makes it nutritionally remarkable, the many varieties beyond the classic orange, how to select and store it, and practical ways to enjoy it in the kitchen. Whether you're a curious home cook, a health-conscious reader, or simply someone who has never thought twice about the vegetable in your crisper drawer, there's more to the carrot than meets the eye. The carrot's story begins not in a field of orange roots, but in the mountainous regions of Central Asia, particularly around present-day Afghanistan, over 1,000 years ago. The wild ancestors of today's carrot were thin, forked, and often bitter, bearing little resemblance to the plump, sweet vegetable found in supermarkets now. Early cultivated carrots were typically purple or yellow, colored by anthocyanin and carotenoid pigments rather than the beta-carotene that dominates modern varieties. From Central Asia, carrots spread along trade routes into the Middle East, North Africa, and eventually Europe by the Middle Ages. For centuries, purple and yellow carrots remained the norm across much of the Islamic world and Europe. The orange carrot familiar today is a relatively recent development, believed to have been selectively bred in the Netherlands around the 17th century. Dutch growers favored orange-rooted varieties, possibly selecting for sweetness, texture, and a milder flavor compared to their purple and yellow predecessors. And over generations, these orange carrots became dominant, eventually spreading throughout Europe and, later, the rest of the world through colonization and trade. By the 19th and 20th centuries, carrots had become a staple crop across much of the globe, prized for their long storage life, adaptability to different climates, and nutritional value, especially during times when fresh produce was scarce in winter months. Botanically speaking, the carrot, Daucus carota sub-sp. sativus, is a root vegetable belonging to the Apiaceae family, the same family that includes parsley, celery, fennel, and dill. What we eat is technically a taproot, the plant's main storage organ, which the carrot plant uses to store energy in the form of sugars and starches during its first year of growth. If left in the ground, a carrot plant will flower and produce seeds in its second year, a reminder that the root we harvest is really an interruption of the plant's natural life cycle, timed for peak flavor and nutrition. Carrots are considered a cool season crop, thriving in loose, well-drained, sandy soil that allows the root to grow long and straight without obstruction. They're typically ready for harvest anywhere from 60 to 80 days after planting, depending on the variety. While orange carrots dominate supermarket shelves, the vegetable naturally comes in a striking range of colors, each with its own pigment profile and, often, slightly different nutritional strengths. Orange carrots get their color from beta-carotene, a precursor to vitamin A, and remain the most widely cultivated type worldwide due to their sweetness and consumer familiarity. Purple carrots, among the oldest cultivated varieties, owe their deep hue to anthocyanins, the same antioxidant pigments found in blueberries and red cabbage. Some purple varieties are orange on the inside, while others are purple all the way through. Yellow carrots contain xanthophylls, plant pigments also found in corn and egg yolks, and tend to have a milder, slightly less sweet flavor than orange varieties. White carrots lack significant carotenoid or anthocyanin pigmentation, giving them a pale, almost ivory appearance and a subtler flavor. Red carrots, less common outside parts of Asia, get their color primarily from lycopene, the same antioxidant found in tomatoes and watermelon. This rainbow of carrots isn't just a novelty for farmers' markets. It's a genuine reflection of the crop's diverse genetic history and a good reminder that eating the rainbow with vegetables often means capturing a broader range of beneficial plant compounds. Carrots have earned their reputation as a health food, and largely for good reason. A medium raw carrot, about 61 grams, contains roughly 25 calories, making it a low energy density food, meaning it delivers volume and satisfaction without much caloric cost. Here's what stands out nutritionally. Vitamin A, as beta-carotene. Carrots are one of the richest dietary sources of beta-carotene, which the body converts into vitamin A as needed. Vitamin A is essential for healthy vision, particularly for low light and night vision, as well as for immune function and skin health. This is the origin of the popular claim that carrots help you see in the dark, a saying with a kernel of truth, though eating carrots won't grant superhuman night vision or fix conditions unrelated to vitamin A deficiency. Fiber. Carrots provide a meaningful amount of dietary fiber, both soluble and insoluble, which supports digestive health, helps regulate blood sugar response, and contributes to feelings of fullness. Vitamin K1, important for blood clotting and bone metabolism. Potassium. Carrots contribute to potassium intake, a mineral involved in regulating blood pressure and muscle function. Antioxidants. Beyond beta-carotene, carrots contain other carotenoids like alpha-carotene and lutein, along with polyphenols, particularly concentrated in purple varieties, which have been studied for their role in reducing oxidative stress in the body. One interesting nutritional quirk: cooked carrots often have higher bioavailable beta-carotene than raw ones. Heat breaks down the plant's tough cell walls, making the beta-carotene easier for the body to absorb, especially when eaten with a small amount of fat, since vitamin A is fat-soluble. While no single food is a cure-all, a substantial body of research links regular vegetable consumption, including carrots, to a range of health benefits. Eye health. The vitamin A and lutein in carrots support overall eye health and may help protect against age-related macular degeneration, though carrots alone cannot reverse existing vision problems or correct refractive errors like nearsightedness. Immune support. Vitamin A plays a role in maintaining the integrity of skin and mucous membranes, the body's first line of defense against pathogens, and supports the normal function of immune cells. Heart health. The fiber, potassium, and antioxidant content in carrots may support cardiovascular health by helping to manage blood pressure and cholesterol levels as part of an overall balanced diet. Digestive health. The fiber in carrots feeds beneficial gut bacteria and helps maintain regular bowel function. Skin health. Some research suggests carotenoids may offer mild protective effects against UV-related skin damage. Though this is not a substitute for sunscreen, it's worth noting that most of these benefits come from carrots being part of a broader pattern of vegetable-rich eating, rather than from carrots as an isolated superfood. Context and overall diet quality matter more than any single ingredient. Part of what makes carrots so beloved is their sheer culinary flexibility. They can be eaten raw, sliced into sticks for dipping, shredded into slaws, or grated into salads for crunch and natural sweetness. Roasted, which caramelizes their natural sugars and deepens their flavor, often with olive oil, herbs, and a touch of honey or spice. Steamed or boiled, a classic preparation for side dishes, purees, or baby food. Juiced, either alone or blended with fruits like orange and ginger for a nutrient-dense drink. Baked into desserts, most famously carrot cake, where the vegetable's natural moisture and sweetness create a dense, tender crumb. Simmered into soups and stews, where they add both flavor and body, as seen in classic dishes from French pot au feu to Indian carrot soup with cumin. Pickled or fermented, a popular preparation in many cuisines that adds tang and extends shelf life. Carrots also form part of the Holy Trinity, or mirepoix base, alongside onion and celery that underlies countless soups, stocks, and sauces in Western cooking, a testament to how foundational this humble root really is. For the best flavor and texture, look for carrots that are firm, smooth, and brightly colored, avoiding any that appear soft, cracked, or have significant surface blemishes. If the leafy tops are still attached, they should look fresh and green rather than wilted, though it's worth noting the tops draw moisture from the root, so they are best trimmed off shortly after purchase if you're not using them immediately. To store carrots, keep them in the refrigerator, ideally in a perforated bag or wrapped loosely, where they can stay fresh for several weeks. Carrots stored away from ethylene-producing fruits like apples and bananas will last longer, as ethylene gas can cause carrots to develop a bitter taste over time. The world's largest carrot on record weighed over 22 pounds, around 10 kilograms. China is by far the world's largest producer of carrots, followed by countries like Uzbekistan, the United States, and Russia. Carrot seeds are so tiny that it takes roughly 2,000 of them to weigh a single gram. The claim that carrots improve night vision so dramatically that pilots use them gained popularity during World War II, partly as British propaganda to explain radar-assisted night fighter successes without revealing the technology. Wild carrot, also known as Queen Anne's lace, is the direct ancestor of the cultivated carrot and still grows wild across parts of Europe, Asia, and North America. The carrot's journey from a bitter forked root in the mountains of Central Asia to a symbol of healthy eating found in kitchens across the globe is a quiet testament to centuries of agricultural ingenuity and cultural exchange. It's a vegetable that manages to be both humble and remarkable, inexpensive and widely available, yet nutritionally dense and endlessly versatile in the kitchen. Whether shredded raw into a salad, roasted until caramelized, or blended into a warming soup, the carrot continues to earn its place as one of the world's most trusted and beloved vegetables, proof that sometimes the most unassuming foods carry the richest stories.